Launching a product correctly is almost like, momentum is everything in business.
Mhm.
So, right. So getting a product to launch correctly, and for it to start taking off and get momentum really quickly, and then to try to build on that is critical. If you don't get that like out of orbit trajectory quickly, it could be really painful and really costly. So we've messed it up a bunch of times. We have a product that we launched in the fall. It was as a matter of fact, if you don't humor me just one second, I
Yeah.
launched a deodorant once, and we did pre-sales to the deodorant, and it was a phenomenal, successful pre-sale. I think I sold like phenomenally successful, like 15,000 units pre-sale.
Welcome to the Business Ownership Podcast, brought to you by Awareness Strategies, helping you navigate the waters between entrepreneurship and ownership. Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedelec, and I'm super glad that you're here with us today because I'm here with my most amazing guest, Kelley. Kelley, thank you so much for being here with us today.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So give everybody the highlight of who you are and what you do for business.
Who am I? I'm a dad, husband, 30 years. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I love creativity. I love data. I love finance. I love brand and marketing. Love people, like building things. And I've had three different companies. And in between, I had an 18-year corporate career. So I've had a lot of fun in my life. And I've been crazy fortunate to experience lots of things.
Nice. I love it. You had corporate in between your serial. How
Yeah.
did you jump into corporate from owning
Yeah.
your own businesses?
Well, I started in high school and then through college. Uh, I grew up in Maryland, but and then I spent my high school and college years in New England. And in New England, for those of you know, I know you're from Calgary, right?
Yep.
In New England, there's a lot of clapboard original, historic colonial houses, and they all need a lot of maintenance and cleaning and painting. And so I created a painting business, and then I just started hiring a bunch of people, and had a pretty sizable painting business. And it even though I was in college, it was kind of a year-round endeavor. So weekends and holidays. And I was super fortunate because I ended up being able to pay for college and graduating with money in the bank, and paid off car and all kinds of stuff. And actually, you can't underestimate the importance, as we all know as business people, of getting a good start in your career. So I was, really did well there. But then I intended to go into have a corporate life, and because my father had always gone down that path, and I wanted to be in sales. I interviewed for a bunch of sales jobs, and accepted one right out of college. I went to University of Connecticut, and then my father said, I was home over the holidays, and I was going to start in January 1st, and he said, you never asked about working with me. And I said, I didn't think of it. So I interviewed at the company he was at. They were hiring 6 new salespeople, and they offered me, I think my first offer out of Hartford, this is 1990, was 18,000, something like this, with, some small benefits. And they offered me, I think, like 27,000. So what? This is crazy. I'll take the 27.
Right.
So I ended up staying there for a long time, 18 years. The company got bought by international paper, and I just kind of rode the wave there and did, really great for them, and they did really well for me.
Nice. Yeah, that was a substantial amount of money back then.
Huge, huge.
Nice. I love it. So now, what is your latest adventure, and how did you
Yeah.
get into it?
There was one in between, so I'll just give you a minute on that.
Yeah.
The business that I was in, I was describing to, was in-store displays and packaging.
Oh,
So it would be golf ball sleeves and golf ball displays and end aisle displays and all of this stuff. And it ended up being store fixturing and displays and things like this. And it was a very large company, $50 billion company called International Paper. And I was a division of International Paper. It didn't start out that way, but it ended that way through acquisitions. They acquired companies I was with. I loved the design and the research and the shopper marketing part of that business. I wasn't really completely enamored with the manufacturing aspect of it. So I wanted to just focus on the design. So I started a company called Purchase Point. We're a global in-store design and strategy company. And we just helped big brands think about their in-store strategy and create an in-store strategy playbook that could be iterated throughout the US and throughout the world. So I spent almost 10 years doing that, and grew that into a multi-million-dollar agency with offices in London and in Taiwan. And that led me to think about men's grooming because we were doing a lot of personal care. And I was like, gosh, I got to start a grooming company. So I started Tiege Hanley as a side hustle to Purchase Point. And it took off. It really took off. So a couple years into doing both at the same time, I would work all day there and then work all night here. And I'd bring my family over here to pack boxes. And I was like looking at the numbers, and I had like two decks of, two hands of card hands. And one looked like three aces and the other looked like three threes. So I decided to stick with the three aces and sell the design business. So now I'm in the men's skincare space. I've been here for 8 years, and it is great.
So an interesting point that I've been talking to people about lately, and I just want to get your twist on it. So I'm going to take you completely left field for half a sec.
Good. I like it.
It's the idea of, in the digital marketing world, people they hear about this thing called a launch. And I'm like, well, yes, a launch is a launch. Any product has a launch. Even if you sell Valentine's Day cards, you're going to have a launch to it. So can you talk to me about kind of just conceptually the launch of a product, whether it's retail, bricks and mortar, or the digital online aspect of things?
Oh, yeah. So are you thinking about it in terms of launching a company or just product launch period?
Let's go with product launch. We'll narrow.
Sure. Yeah. Because I've messed that up a whole bunch of times.
We can go there.
Yeah, I've really screwed that up. Yeah, I mean, well, launching a product correctly is almost like, momentum is everything in business. So, right. So getting a product to launch correctly, and for it to start taking off and get momentum really quickly, and then to try to build on that is critical. If you don't get that like out of orbit trajectory quickly, it could be really painful and really costly. So we've messed it up a bunch of times. We have a product that we launched in the fall. It was as a matter of fact, if you don't humor me just 1 second, I launched a deodorant once, and we did pre-sales to the deodorant, and it was a phenomenal, successful pre-sale. I think I sold like phenomenally successful, like 15,000 units pre-sale, and we couldn't make the product. We literally could not make the product. We had done pilot runs of the product, and we were good in pilot. I mean, small batches, 500 kilogram batches, running like 500 units.
Small batches, 500 kilograms. That's huge.
Yeah. No problem.
Small elephant.
No problem. Run like crazy, scale it up in production, spending weeks and weeks and weeks. And I had all these people's money. And I was like, I kept on sending them notes saying, hey, we're sorry. We're almost there. Just give me another couple of weeks, And then finally I said, look, I got to return everybody's money. I returned everybody's money. This was like 2 months later, really bad. I returned everybody's money. It was a ton of money, like north of 6 figures. I returned everybody's money. I said, I'm sorry. And then I said, I'll give everybody a free product when we produce it. So I botched that one up big time. And a majority of those people got free product from us, but it wasn't until 2 years later. We just launched a new, we couldn't produce it.
Like why?
It was unstable.
Oh,
We had stability issues, which
got it.
is, you know,
It's an issue when you have deodorant, unless you go spray. It's like, hey,
right.
it's not sticking. Let's go spray.
Yeah. So stability, like stability in our products are really important. It's kind of like, you know, if you don't have stability, your product like can basically separate and come apart, and then, you know, like oil and vinegar.
Right.
Anyway, to answer your question, that was really bad. I launched a retinol stick, which is kind of like the first ever version of retinol for men, specifically for men, and it's in stick form. It's a killer product. Sold huge volume of that product and still are today. We created a whole playbook for it. So the playbook was like that: we're going to start here. We're going to advertising is going to like this. Messaging is going to look like this. Is how the messaging is fitting in with the rest of our products. You know, this is what we're saying about it. You know, we're gonna go out of stock purposefully, and then we're gonna go back in stock. And then we're going to relaunch with these new influencers, this new, you know, with the back end stock, and it crushed it for us. So now we have like a really good playbook.
I am so glad to hear that. I love a happy ending. Nice.
Well, you got
Because
to
I
have
was worried
bad.
there for a minute. It was like an FDA thing or something like that you couldn't get approved, and red
Yeah.
tape. And I'm like, oh, that would kill. That would
Yeah.
hurt.
Well, you have to have those failures, you know, to
Right.
make the good ones good.
Yeah, and you learn, right? You learn that you can't have a dissolvable product in an Amazon warehouse. You learn that,
One
like,
that
okay, that's
melts
not gonna
when you
work.
ship it. Yeah. Not good.
Yeah, yeah, we've all gone through. Well, no, we haven't all gone through those. And if you haven't gone through those, peeps, consider yourself lucky and don't go through those. Connect with
Go
Kelley.
go through them because they'll make you better. If you can survive it, they'll make you better.
Nice. So, talk to me about your new product line and how you came up with that idea, the notion. You said, I
Yeah.
have to get into that. Why'd you have to get into that?
Yeah, because, well, so I spent a lot of time marketing products in Asia for my customers, and they're like skincare for men in Southeast Asia. This is, you know, mid 2000s, and even in Eastern Europe, like, you know, Poland and Germany and stuff, we were just getting there. So guys were so far ahead of the American, you know, Marlboro smoking male, that cowboy Marlboro smoking gorilla male, that they, you know, I was like, this is going to happen in the US. Like guys are going to actually start giving a shit about what they look like at some point. They're eating less hamburgers, so they got to at some point care about their face. And you know, and so I'm like, this is happening. So we might as well just get in front of it and create skincare for men, marketed by men to men, and talking about the things that women have known forever, which is like, yeah, if you take care of yourself, like you will see results long term. You know, you'll look better, you'll feel better about yourself, your skin will look better, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, and that's what we did. We embarked on educating guys on skincare. Our unique kind of selling position is that we sell skincare systems. So we're like a routine company. So you wash your face, put a moisturizer on in the morning. It's daytime moisturizer with light SPF. Night, you wash your face again before you go to bed, and you put a nighttime moisturizer. Hey, look, I know, you know, for most women out there, that's sophomoric, but for guys, you know, we're
It's like,
talking about
what? I have to
climbing
wash
Mount
my face
Everest here
twice a day?
with something other than butt soap. Yeah. So, yeah, I
You
mean,
had quite the niche to be able to educate
yeah.
and get into.
So that's what we did. And it's been, you know, the business is good. It's very strong business.
Nice. I love it. Well, and to me, it just makes sense in the States, especially because it does. It gets really hot in Texas. Like, I don't care what anybody said. Like, it's freaking hot. You can feel your face just kind of dry up and
Melting off.
shrivel.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
hell.
It's really important, you know, use a good moisturizer. I mean, but actually we all have the same problem, just different times of the year.
Right.
You're up north, I'm in Chicago. It was really cold for a week and a half. Our skin's like cracked and ready to drop off. So
Right.
we're all just, you know, trying to lather up.
Right. Well, there's a joke in Calgary that when you get off the airplane, we travel a lot, typically as a as a culture here. And so when we get back, as soon as the airplane lands and the door opens, all of our nails crack. It's just it happens.
Exactly.
Go down south, the nails grow, and then you land the airplane and pff, they're all back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we get it.
Oh.
So we're just trying to help guys think about, think about having good skincare habits, and we're taking guys through it, and they're coming along for the ride.
So is your market right now typically American or is it international? Where are you focused?
Yeah, we have 18% of our orders every day go overseas. So
nice.
We're shipping to 108 countries. We do, our best international market is in Canada, as it should be, followed by like the UK. We do really well there, but we do really well around the world. We ship to, you name a city, and as long as it's not, a bad place, we ship there.
And have you decided to go with kind of the digital marketing side of things? Did you decide to go bricks and mortar combination? How are you?
We're only digital, and the majority of our sales are at Tiege.com. The name of my company's Tiege Hanley. If I didn't say that, sorry guys.
By the way,
Tiege Hanley. Most of our sales are at Tiege.com and also through like Amazon.com.
And what was your the premise for that decision?
Yeah, being in the background that I was describing before, this in-store design strategy firm, brands are, it's really hard to have a relationship with the consumer. It's really, really, really hard. If you go and buy beer, right? Because I know you have a really big beer history in marketing beer. If you go and buy beer and you don't like the beer, you're not like carrying it back to like, Budweiser and saying, hey, this beer sucks. Can I get like something else? You go back to the place that you bought it at, and you're like, hey, grocery store, this beer sucks. Like, I want my money back. And it's not, so.
And the problem with that is they can't just go, oh, okay, what didn't you like about it? What did you like about it? Do you want to try this one? This one's better. They just go, oh, okay. Hey, we've got too many complaints about you guys, so we're not carrying you anymore.
Bingo. Yeah, thank you. You just crushed it. Yeah, that's exactly right. And so we want to have a better relationship we have a crazy relationship with our customers. It's crazy. I mean, I get an audio clip every day from our customer experience team. Every day I get an audio clip that's like, we just had this conversation with this dude, and he's, telling us all about, he's never used skincare before, and his wife thinks he looks like 5 years younger, and it's just crazy. So,
by the way, guys, women really do like to play with soft skin. So,
totally. Yeah.
Soft
I mean, it
beard,
works like
soft hair.
Yeah. I can prove that. I got audio to back that up. So, yeah, we have a great relationship with customer, and that's what we want.
Very fun. So I'm guessing that you have a little bit of an easier time than in women's makeup and skincare, in that they need a whole lot of marketing story back end. Like, what's the new thing on it? Are there elements of that, or have you just found that you found the right smell, you found the right chemical compounds, you found the right ingredients, and life is good? Or how did that all go down?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I wouldn't know the first thing about how to market to a woman skincare. I have zero clue, which is a good thing, because it's uber. Yeah, it's uber competitive. I mean, it's like men's space is competitive. The women's, skincare cosmetic space is like bananas. So, and how they do it, I don't even. And I mean this with all humility and kindness. I don't even pay attention to it, because it's just like, I don't know what works. Way too
distracting.
Yeah, I don't know what works for them. We just try to talk guy to our guys, and it seems to work well. So we just do more of it.
Hey, dude, you got grease on your face. Wipe it off. Use this.
Clean that up, man. It'll help you.
You're not going on a date with your wife with that shit on your face. Get
That's it. It's not hard.
See, that's why I like, marketing to men. It's so simple. It
Yeah.
really
Meanwhile, the
is.
women are over there telling them, you may look like Jennifer Anderson one day.
Oh no, it's
Maybe.
worse, dude. It's like, oh, you wouldn't believe the natural ingredients that have gone into this. We have walked across Africa with bare feet to find these flowers that
And
have
we
this
harvested
essence.
it off of our feet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even wrap my head around what that would be like.
It's insane and crazy. So what to you is the most fun part of, let's go with this business?
Um, Winning,
Fair enough.
winning, like every single day is a battle. There's not one day that, I don't come to work thinking that, I've got an uphill battle for the day. So just, staying alive. Um, Charlie Munger, who died last fall, Warren Buffett's right-hand man for 40 some years. Um, he would always talk about like just staying in the game. Like they don't buy anything with the thought that they're going to, Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway doesn't buy anything thinking that, like in June, we're going to sell this thing and make a mint. I mean, that's not their strategy at all. Their strategy is like, what's the next 10 to 12 years look like for this industry? And why does this company suck? And if we did this, could we make it better? And, buy this company, make it better, and like just win over the next 20 years. So I think like survival is like, is critical. The longer you can stay in the game and hone your craft, the better chances are that you can win. And I don't mean that complacently, like just staying in the game. I mean, survival of the fittest, man. It's just dogfight every day. And so we're just in it to win it every day and staying alive.
So when it comes to kind of your goal setting, do you have 5-year game plan, 10, 20? Where's your focus?
So I have a 3-year game plan, which I may accept that it will take 5, but I have like a 3-year kind of plan. We just rolled off of a 3-year and we're rolling on a 3-year right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when it comes to kind of achieving those goals, because you've set up multiple multi-million-dollar companies, do you think it is is it the precipice and the idea, hey, we're going to run $1 million business, or we're going to run a $10 million business, and we're going to start with step 1? Or is it, hey, let's see if this flies, and hey, this is flying, hey, we might be able to actually build we built $1 million business on this? Which kind of route or combination thereof?
Well, it's the first one first, and the second. It's the second one first, and then the first, because the first thing, with all businesses is that you're trying to figure out whether or not you have like product market fit. Like, do you have an idea that actually will work? So, you shouldn't be looking far past that, right? Into, okay, what do we do next? I mean, you have to figure out if you've got something that works. So you're just focusing on that. That's like your very basic survival instinct, eating and breathing. Does it work? And then once you get some traction,
eating, breathing tends to work for me.
Yeah, exactly. Then once you get some traction, then you got to get serious. That almost killed us, not in the way that you'd expect me to say, but we took off and went from like 0 to $1 million in a few months, and like 3 million, 5, 7, 10, like screaming up the ladder. And then there's some things that happened that like kind of changed our trajectory. Had I really thought a lot about it, I would have been like, oh yeah, that was going to happen. But I didn't. I was just like holding on for dear life. And then it took us a long time to like get us back on track. It took about 2 or 3 years to like get things righted, and then back up, and then back, on track to accelerate growth. So I had my holy shit moment like after we were already successful. It was not good, actually.
Right? A lot of people have said that it's okay to have that moment first, and then you go, I tried, I sucked. Okay, no big deal. But when you hit success and then it's like, and then you suck, it's like, oh, what happened? What the hell?
Yeah, actually, I think there's I think there's a lot of people that fail at that point. There really are. I know two of my competitors that raised a ton of money, like, 10 mil, um, and did pretty well. And then all of a sudden they just got to a certain point and it all just crumbled on them. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I need to break through. Our company, Tiege Hanley, needs to break through a couple more plateaus. It's really hard. Like, you go 10 to 15, you go 15 to 20, you push over 20, getting to 30 and then getting through 30 towards 50 million.
Yep.
It's really, it really gets fucking hard, really hard. So, yeah.
And what would you say was the most delightfully surprising part of your enterprises up until this point?
Seriously, Michelle?
Come on, I can't ask you normal questions. Those are boring.
The most delightful thing is when you have the right people on your team. When you have the wrong people, it's like the worst. And when you have the right people, it's the best. So, and it's probably the single hardest part, because we're people.
Right.
And so getting like really top-notch people on your organization is next to impossible. When you're small, it's next to impossible. It's like it really takes like getting struck by lightning to land super good quality talent. I'm not just talking about like a warm body off the street that knows a little bit about something about marketing. I'm talking about like someone who's like a real serious ass kicker.
Nice. So our sales pitch to entrepreneurs at this point is a little lacking. So what would you say to somebody that's they've hit that million, they're striving, they're going, what advice would you have for them?
Put your head down. Okay. Stop looking at all your competition and stop trying to bite off more than you can chew. Like, control your urges to do 20 or 30 things. The 2 or 3 things that are really working, like, put your head down, think about those, and just do nothing else over the next 12 months. But keep on just doing more of that and figuring out how to optimize it. So if it's working really well, entrepreneurs can be goofy. It could be working well. So like, this is working really good. Influencer marketing is working really good for us. So let's work on programmatic. Let's spend all of our time on programmatic. As soon as you do that, your influencer marketing is going to start sucking. If your influencer marketing is really doing well for you, spend more money on it, but optimize it. Like, the concept of it, it's like, it isn't fixed, don't broke it. It's not broken, don't fix it. That's like really bad. If you're doing really well in influencer marketing, optimize it. Like, figure out how to do better. Like, change up how you're outreaching, change up how you're writing contracts, you're doing data, you're analyzing how you're putting people into your pipeline. Hire someone in the Philippines to build bigger pipeline. Have your team locally analyze that pipeline. Just optimize the process to make it even better. So, and then you're like, then you go from 1 million to 2 to 3, and you're like, okay, we should be doing more on paid programmatic. So let's figure out programmatic like that.
I love it. So when it comes to your business and this particular business, is there a center of influence that already has your audience that you go, yeah, getting in front of these guys, and then kind of being prolific? Who would you say that is?
Is my competition listening? I would say, there's guys that are, there's a certain type of guy that's really ready. And actually, and the circle gets bigger and bigger every year here in the US or in North America, of the type of guy that would be interested in taking care of himself. But, we're male wise, the US male is more and more and more concerned about their health. They're more and more concerned about, what they eat. I mean, we all are. And by the way, I'm not saying females aren't. Of course, everybody is in society, right? But we market to men. So like, we're just tapping into these trends that are associated with why it's important to try to take care of yourself.
Nice. I love it. So normally I would ask you for a Cinderella story of one of your clients, but seeing as they are skincare dudes, we'll let those stories slide. Is there any question that I should be asking that I haven't asked you up till now?
Yeah. Does my wife think I'm better looking today than 8 years ago when I started?
That is a great question. How does your wife feel?
I think she thinks that I look pretty damn good, actually. She thinks that the retinol stick in particular is the best product that we've ever made in our entire portfolio, beating out our lanolin clay face mask, which is, we sell gazillions and hundreds of thousands of them. So nice. Retinol stick for men.
So for those who don't know what a retinol stick for men is.
Well, retinol in stick form isn't really even available for there's a woman's product called Peace Out. I don't know whether you know about it or not. And I just said I don't pay attention to women products, but they make a small retinol stick. They're the only other ones in the whole business that's making retinol. Retinol is kind of one of the hottest. It's a vitamin A derivative. It's one of the hottest products in skincare right now. And it's usually in cream form or a moisturizer form. Women have been using it. So it can be very sensitizing on your skin. It can make your skin, sunlight, UVA, UVB is very difficult to have retinol on your face, and you have to have it, make sure you have it covered correctly. We do a version of retinol lanolate, which is a version of a retinol that is in a squalene base, which is like a somewhat resemblant of a sun stick or a deo stick that you can actually just swipe on your face. You don't have to get it on your hands. It's really matte. It leaves a perfect amount of retinol on your face, and your skin just looks like freaking amazing the next day. So it's a really great product. It's cutting edge science in a like dude friendly format.
Nice. I love it. So I know our listeners are going to want more from you. How do they start that journey with you?
Go to tiege.com, check us out, and send us a note and tell us if you like the product, and leave us a voicemail message so I can play it to all the guys out there in Tiege land. But yeah, tiege.com, check us out. Let us know if you like our products. If you think they're good or bad, we'd love to hear from you.
We will, of course, have that link in the show notes. So go ahead and scroll down, click on the link, open up in a new browser because we're not done yet. So Kelley, I get to ask you, at what point in life did you know you're a special kind of crazy enough to think that you could become an entrepreneur? You kind of alluded to it, but.
Yeah, really early. Really early. Probably, you just see people doing things and you're like, I can do that too. That's kind of how it works. So early on for me.
Nice. Kind of like riding a bike.
Yeah.
I want to ride the bike.
Yeah. And then once you start doing it, you're like, I can do this.
Nice. I love it. You have been absolutely awesome. Any last words for our peeps?
Thanks for having me on your show. And, for all you men out there, get up in the morning, wash your face with hopefully our product, but someone else's product that's at least a great facial product. Kiehl's is a great one. If you don't like Tiege Hanley, our product is definitely better. But and then make sure you moisturize. Again, doesn't matter if you live in Calgary or in Texas. Put a good moisturizer with SPF on every day, and repeat at night. Wash your face, put a moisturizer on. And if you're more advanced, get into a retinol stick. Learn how to kick some ass.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and I know how valuable it is.
Nice chatting.
Nice. Peeps, this is Michelle Nedelec. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe to the show and share it with your friends. We love helping entrepreneurs grow.
Are you running a business over 7 figures but still struggling with technology headaches? Pay attention. You do not want to miss this offer. This podcast episode is brought to you by Awareness Strategies, who is offering a custom-built digital adoption roadmap for anyone running a business over 7 figures who's wanting to grow their business in the next 5 years. And it's not just a roadmap. They offer full implementation as well if that scares the out of you. Check out awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap for more details today. The link's in the show's notes. Don't regret not doing this. Do it now. That's awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap.